Dude, it's Saturday morning, man.
It's Saturday morning and you're back with me.
Hey, listen, you kicked ass last week, dude. For the
Uh,
folks that know, Eric ran the show solo, and we typically run this for an hour. So we had made notes for about an hour's worth of show, and he got it done in 36 minutes.
yeah,
Does
without
that
the
tell
back
you how
and
much
forth.
I ramble?
Yeah, without the back and forth, it's just me reading a teleprompter for 35 minutes.
That's exactly right. Well, all right, guys, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing for January 18th, 2025. I can't believe it. Lots happening around the world right now. We're in the final days of Thrash for Sick Week 2025. Um, Drag Driver Pete News is your source for stats and stories from the Drag and Drive community. This episode full of info. Dude, I'm telling you, chug your coffee, get ready. We're going to have a fast paced episode this time. There's a new build that's fired up for the first time. We're going to show you guys a video of that. There's a giveaway based around Sick Week time slips. Rich Guido made a post with a different car. I don't know if maybe he was playing a prank on us. And then the Havliks announced the Drag and Drive Shootout, which we appreciate being a part of that. So get comfortable, grab your coffee or caffeine, and let's get this thing going.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys. Well, you know the deal. My name is Mike Narks. I am the host of the Drag Driver Pete News, which you're watching or listening to right now, and also the show, which happens on Wednesday nights. So we're live 3 hours a week, is what I'm saying, talking about the Drag and Drive community. And my right hand man, my RHM. Hey, you know what we need to do? We need to have somebody stand next to your camera and like extend their hand out as I do that. That'd be awesome. Mr. Eric White over here to your right, my left. And man, introduce yourself. Tell them what you got going on.
I am Eric White, the co-host of both the show and the news. Right-hand man means drag, drive, repeat. Anything that needs to be done here, artwork, photos, videos, you name it, I'm working on.
Yep.
Plus artwork for other events out there. So some of you promoters have reached out and working on doing artwork for you. Some of you have reached out and I haven't reached back out yet, so I apologize. I'm working on that this weekend.
Mm.
It's been a busy week, and I also run 815 LSX swaps. Plus, starting just about a week ago, I brought back Motorsports Paparazzi. So videos have always done well there, so I'm going to try to revive that. That's starting on year 2 of owning that channel as well. So busy, busy.
Yeah, we have some plans for Motorsports Paparazzi, and it's going to be a good one. I promise. I promise. So if you're not following that, go over there and do that as well. All right, well, I see some folks popping in here. I want to say thank you guys for being here. We're just going to call you our race car friends. The folks that come in here during the live streams, y'all are my heroes. Y'all are the ones that make all of this go, make the world go round. I'm telling you. See a lot of folks, NC Pro Modder talking about CS in Bradenton. Man, I can't wait. I'm really getting anxious. I just put up a new article on Keith Haney Racing this morning about the turbo car that Berta Nova is going to be driving. Listen, next week's going to be crazy. For the next like 2 weeks solid, I have something just hammered out every day. Car stuff is planned. It's going to be crazy, and you guys are the cause of that. Like you guys coming here making these comments, sharing our stuff, liking our posts, all that kind of stuff are because of you guys and our race car friends. So thank you so much for that. And thank you to our sponsors. Without them, I mean, we couldn't do the travel, we couldn't buy the equipment, we couldn't do these things that we're doing right now. So thank you so much to Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, who I get to see at Sick Week as well as Driven. Excited to see them and the Summit. They've got the new truck. Tommy was sending us pictures yesterday of the new setup. Badass, bad to the bone. It's going to be awesome. Performa built. Transmissions, thank you, Ryan, signing up, man. He moved up to a show sponsorship. I can't wait. That's so awesome. J-Wire Solutions, my boy Jay and Brian, they got the motor from Baker. They're putting it in the car this weekend. Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Power Tube TV, and Racing Junk. Y'all, couldn't do it without them. If you are a brand and would like to be involved in this, come on over. Let's have some conversations. The Summit Racing, obviously being our title sponsor for the show, the news, and the circuit, which is our drag and drive event that we host. They began their speed legacy in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop with 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions. They fuel your passion, they save you money, they deliver fast and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app for easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and on the On All Cylinders podcast. Because you're going to have time in the car over the next week or 10 days to listen to stuff. So listen to us, listen to the On All Cylinders podcast. Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. Find everything, summitracing.com, and stuff you can find over there. Mr. Eric, dude, tell us what's going on over at Summit Racing in their new product release.
Yep, new product release. We have the Callie's Apex Series forged crankshaft for GM, LS, and LT engines. Excuse me. Fill the gap between the entry-level Compstar forged cranks and the full Boogie Magnum Series and billet cranks. These are able to support 2,000 plus horsepower. The Apex crankshafts are made on the same premium 4340 forgings Callie's uses for their Magnum series cranks. Callie's offers the cranks in a limited range of popular strokes, which makes them more affordable. The Callie's Apex series crankshafts are deep nitrided for optimal hardness and wear resistance. They are finished, machined, and inspected in-house at Callie's USA-based facilities, and all cranks are set up for 58X reluctor wheels. So the strokes available for LS engines are the 3-inch 625 stroke, the 4-inch stroke, and that one's available for wet or sump oiling systems. The 4-inch 125 stroke and the 4-inch 250 stroke. Again, that's all for the LS engines. And then the LT engines, they offer 2 different strokes, the 3-inch 625 and the 4-inch stroke. Again, both of those are available for wet or dry sump oiling systems. So these are available now on summitracing.com, and that is our new product released for Summit Racing for this week.
Man, I have no need for one of those yet, but I think at some point in my life, I need to probably have one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The other thing you can pick up while you're over there ordering your crank stuff or whatever you need for your car to get ready is one of these badass Drag Driver Pete Summit hoodies. You can get you one of those nice and warm. It was 38 in the shop this morning when I got here. The little fan's on now. It's 61 in here now, but it's warming up. But I was nice and toasty in my Drag Driver Pete Summit hoodie.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And then
question here from Brian. It's saying, welcome back. How did the cheer competition go?
They kicked ass. Like, man, those kids are so tough. I mean, you talk about, 14 and 15-year-old girls. They're usually, they're usually mouthy in the amount of toughness, but those girls kicked ass. They didn't compete until like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night and went out and just dominated one. They actually had like they do I guess a ladder on Saturday, and they were number 1 in that, and then they went on to win it on Sunday. So pretty cool, man. Excited for those girls. That was badass. So we've got another one in a few weeks in Dallas that I will be flying back from World Series of Pro Mod to catch, and then we'll do Atlanta and then Orlando back in Florida sometime in April or May. So we're gonna be a crazy first half of the year between cheer and drag and drive. Man, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, that's awesome. How do you keep them? Do you keep them caffeinated until 9 o'clock at night to get them through that, or what?
Man, those girls don't need any of that. Now, so I'm sure some of them have some caffeine, but my daughter doesn't. She doesn't drink any caffeine. Really, it's crazy. I can't imagine. I was getting sleepy 9:30, trying to wait on them. So pretty wild. All right,
That's awesome.
let's hammer through this, man. We've been in here 10 minutes already. Y'all ready for some Drag Driver Pete updates? I hope so, because today is your last day, last call to the lanes for the race car friends. What do we call it? The reaction time special here
Yep.
Drag Drive Repeat decal pack, free shipping, which is worth $7 at least, and a $5 discount on these shirts. This is like our first step into badass apparel. And I'm telling you, this setup here is going to change the game for us. So thank you so much to everybody that has ordered already. You're our heroes, man. I'm telling you, it's been overwhelming, and I'm excited to do this again today. January 18th, last time to get in on the special. Now we're obviously ordering a bunch more, so we'll have these in stock, but you won't get the discount and all the extra stuff. So order by 5 p.m. Eastern, January 18th to get this deal. After that, we'll have them in stock, but I'm not shipping those until I get back from sick week. So everybody just know that as well. And then Performer Built Transmissions, Ryan and the team over there have signed up. They are moving from a news sponsor package to a show sponsor package, which worked out perfect because Howard's Cams wanted to be back in the news, which is cool because that's kind of where they started. And we do the Howard's Cams community segment. And so it really is going to be a ton of fun. We're going to be able to have Luke on a little more often this way, I think, because a lot of times in the show, we're trying to get, now 2 guests on. That's kind of become our format. And, so this will give us some time to really provide more content. But we do have one segment open. I feel like we can probably fit one more segment into the news if we had somebody that wanted to jump on. So
And
yeah,
don't
if we're a sponsor.
Yeah, and we'll find ways to fit people in. Don't you worry.
yeah. We definitely have ways for folks to get in here. Well, let's talk about some event updates, man.
All right. Well, Driven Racing Oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off road and circle track, or pushing limits in top fuel drag boats and demo derbies. Winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cling and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil, then enhanced with state of the art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance. And you guys know the deal. DrivenRacingOil.com is where you can go pick up your oil. Or if you're at sick week, you can stop by them. They'll have oil there. You can get your merch at DrivenRacingOil.com, and you can follow them on social media at Driven Racing Oil on Facebook and Instagram to see badass pictures like this one that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, this is Team Driven. All those guys on there run Driven Racing Oil. Man, those are some of my favorite folks, man. Some of my favorite people. They are awesome.
Yep. And I don't know if you guys saw this morning, but Rocky Mountain Race Week, Mega Week, Group B public sign up is happening right now. There was 145 spots that are open for first-time people or people returning from previous years. They had 135 for, what was that, yesterday when those went live for returning racers. So, man, still 145 spots. I imagine those are still going to go very quickly. So if you're interested in Mega Week, which everybody should be interested in it, head over there and sign up because it's going to be a blast.
Well, and I was talking to Steven, my brother, yesterday, who signed up. He's one of those 135. Doesn't know what he's driving yet, but he signed up. And so we were he was like, man, 145 sounds like a bunch. But he had a great point. He's like, how many people do both? How many people run 1.0 and 2.0? So if you figure, say half of those 145 people would typically have done both. They're not able to for this time because of the count and how crazy that would be to try and do both of those.
Right.
Like, that's still, man, think about this. Like 145 people are, and I have the time wrong. It's 9 a.m. Mountain Time, so it's not open right now. But 45 more minutes going to be open. I promise everybody. So 9 a.m. Mountain is when the registration opens to the public. This is a big deal because I really think you're gonna see like 110 new people come into Mega Week because of this availability of opening. It's always the struggle with Rocky Mountain. They take like 70% of the returning, or the 70% of the open spots are for returning racers. Sorry, go ahead.
So you're telling me you didn't actually go through the stats and figure out what percentage has done both events?
Well,
Come
I
on,
had
nerd.
I had intended to, but yeah, did not have time for it this morning. I was doing the Midwest Drag Race Series Keith Haney stuff this morning. So speaking of Steven Narks, he's in there.
Yeah. Yeah. And what he's driving, old truck.
Hey, listen, we
Hear
talked
that?
about that. I would love him to do that. He's going to take it on the circuit for sure. So we'll see it there, and if it does well and survives the circuit, then maybe it goes to Mega Week if he doesn't have an opportunity to finish the new MG. And
Yeah.
then
Bucket list here
uh,
saying, are they still leaving registration open longer for the gassers?
yeah, so at one point you could submit your gasser submissions in there for Mega Week because they're doing such a push for the gasser class, and I reach out to Matt. You know what I mean? If you're wanting to be in the gasser, I think this is like he's literally taken the gassers as a whole other setup. He wants like 20 something gassers there. So yeah, surely if you have a gasser and it's badass, send it to Matt. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can get in. All right. The circuit 2025, guys, it just continues to oh man, grow and get better. And we're
Yeah.
it's just pretty
The,
awesome.
yeah. The news we're about to release here is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so Chris Story Photo, obviously the official photographer. Again, this is his third year in a row to do this, maybe fourth, I don't know, third year for sure. And I'm really excited about him doing this. One, because he's just badass. And then two, it kind of takes the photography off of Eric's shoulders as much. And we're going to see some really cool videography from Eric because we're going to be focusing on that. So, no live stream for the circuit this year, but we are going to put out 2 videos a day, one from the racetrack and one from the route stop. So, that should be pretty interesting to see. So, we're going to we've hired a editor that's going to come in and he's going to sit in a booth or a minivan and edit all day. So, we're just going to bring in content all day. So it's going to be
Yep.
kind of fun. But speaking of photographers and all that, the whole reason this was brought up is because we're reaching out to potential media teams. Please submit your information to us on Drag Drive Repeat. We have an article up there talking about it. Anytime you put something like that out, it really makes people question, oh man, are they fixing to start gatekeeping? Are they fixing to tell people they can't come? It's not for that. I want to create an email chain of all of the photographers, and I want to be able to send them our logos. I want to be able to send, hey, these cars are coming, hey, get ready, this is a great story to follow up on, these are our route stops, these are the discounts, these are how you get into the track. It's going to be I want it to be a much easier way for me to keep up with all of the photographers. Now, eventually, I may put together a Facebook group that would be easier to do. But to start out right now, just submit that, give us your email, and then I'm going to put an email group together so we can all talk through that. So that's why that email went out the other day and that post, because I want to be able to get that stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll make it easier, I promise. And plus, we're going to Tulsa, so that is a bigger track. There's a few stipulations I got to kind of update everybody, and then there's some things at Mocan too that will change for this next year. And then, dude, lead us into this. This is amazing. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah. So Love's Travel Stop had reached out, I don't know, earlier in the year asking kind of about the circuit, wanting to race in the circuit even, and potentially look at sponsorships. And they have officially come on board as our stick shift class sponsor and camp counselor sponsor, which is super cool. They're going to give shower credits for the campers, drinks and snacks from Loves that we'll be able to provide to our
Mhm.
campers. And also, a route stop is going to be store number 282 in Joplin, Missouri. So, what we want to do is we want everybody to stop there, obviously, because it's a route
Yep.
stop, but we want pictures, gas station pictures, whether you're fueling up, whether you're buying snacks inside, um, whatever. We want pictures at Loves. We want to show Loves that the drag drive repeat and the circuit is
Mhm.
is where they need to be. So again, pictures we'll want you to tag drag drive repeat, the circuit, and Loves in those, which we'll make a post about later. But to have Loves come on board and help with a class sponsorship, but also help with the camp sponsorship is going to be super cool because again,
Mhm.
we can provide showers to the campers, which I know is always a big thing when you're camping. You don't have a place to go shower necessarily, so we'll have credits for that. And again, drinks and snacks all provided by Love's Travel Stop.
Well, and this is exciting to me. I mean, this is something we've really been pushing camping because I think it will make it easier for people to attend more drag and drive events. Plus, so I mean, that's why we brought in camp counselor Robert Voss is going to be our camp counselor. So every night there's going to be like a cooler and some snacks and just an area for folks to kind of hang out at the track because a lot of times, like I've pulled in, it's 10 o'clock at night. The folks at the hotel are in the parking lot, having parking lot beers, but all the folks at the track are in their tents asleep. So that's not what we want. We don't want to see that. We want to see people hanging out. So I'm buying some extra chairs, all that kind of stuff. So Robert's whole thing, Camp Counselor Bob, is going to be to get this area set up for folks to just come and hang out. So, midnight or 1 or something like that. So thank you so much to Loves for doing this, coming on board and making this a possibility. This is something we've had in our mind for, man, really probably 2 years, but really, wanted to step up this year. Again, I say it all the time. I want the circuit to be the best, the premier regional drag and drive that's out there. 200 cars. Man, can you imagine if we had like 50 people camping? How cool would that be, dude? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm really excited about this. This is a big deal. So thank you to Eric at Loves. I appreciate you taking care of us, man. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and don't think for 1 second that we're not at least going to come hang out at the campsite
Oh
at
yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
but you and I also talked about some really cool ideas of stuff to do back at the hotel too. So
Oh yeah.
we're
We can't talk about that yet.
yeah,
We
we're
can't
but
talk about
but
that
I'm
yet.
but I'm just saying, like, we've
Yeah.
got ideas for everything. So
Yeah.
don't think that we're going to stop trying to come up with ways to make this even better because that ain't happening.
Yep. Again, it's gonna be the best, man. It's gonna be so awesome. I want to ruin people. That's really what I say this all the time. I want to ruin people. Good drives, great route stops, great tracks, and a lot of fun. And then they go to other events and they're like, "Man, I love this," but the circuit was it was really awesome.
Yeah,
And then
the fun
how,
never stops.
yeah, then how do we take that and bring our drag drive repeat stuff to other events? Could we be the camp counselors for other events? So, anyways, a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff. All right, let's talk about the Drag and Drive Shootout at the Havliks, y'all. It's a big deal. This is a big deal. So, Havlik's fastest streetcar shootout. I know this isn't like a traditional drag and drive, but this is put on by Drag and Drive guys. The fastest streetcar shootout kind of kicked off this entire thought process of drag and drive. Like literally, the fastest streetcar shootout turned into pump gas drags, which turned into hot rod drag week. So
Right.
Havlic's, want a big shout out to them. We talked at PRI, and they're going to lean on us for some stuff. So they've made us a sponsor. They're going to be talking about us. We appreciate that with them, and in part of that, obviously, we're going to be talking about their stuff because this is badass. So listen to this. They're going to have 2 classes. They're going to have the Sick the Magazine Big Tire Shootout, $5,000 to win. Rocky Mountain Race Week, $5,000 small tire shootout. How cool is that? And
Go
then
ahead.
100% of the class sponsorship purse goes back to the racer. So
That's
that's,
awesome.
yeah, that's awesome. So here is the caveat to the Drag and Drive Shootout. All cars that have completed a national Drag and Drive event prior to August 2025, dating all the way back to 2005, are eligible with the completion of the competition cruise during the event. So if you have done a drag and drive, this is where our nerdiness kind of comes into play because they'll have the people that are signing up. We'll be able to check and make sure that those folks have actually done a drag and drive. So they're also, how about this? Giving away a gear vendor overdrive.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yep. Only drag and drive entries will be in the drawing for a brand new gear vendor, courtesy Gear Vendors Overdrive. Says the longest and only overdrive sponsor of drag and drive events. So they wanted to say thank you, Summit Racing, Sick the Magazine, Rocky Mountain Race Week, Drag Drive Repeat, and Gear Vendors for all coming together to help set the stage for the fastest drag and drive shootout of all time. Obviously, if you want to register for that, you need to go over to Havlik's fscshootout.com, and I'm going to drop that in the chat right now.
Yeah, going to this last year was so much fun. The
Oh,
photos that I brought back with me were incredible. I
yep.
am super excited to go back to this. Even if this event had nothing to do with Drag and Drive, period, this is an event that I would still go to. That's how much fun it
Oh,
was.
well, and being at Cordova, I think we're going to see some really, really fast times. We know that Cordova is going to have a huge turnout for spectators, which is going to only perpetuate the Drag and Drive community and culture. And then, you start talking about 3 days now instead of just a 1 day event. Oh, dude, this is going to be awesome. This is a
Mhm.
must attend event.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of other must attend events, 9 days until Sick Week.
9 days.
Yeah, and Jay and Brian don't have their motor in yet.
Right. I was gonna say there's a few people that aren't ready to be 9 days away.
Yeah, lots of folks, lots and lots of folks. And we're going to talk about a few of them here in just a few minutes. So, for everybody that's thrashing, let us know in the comments or keep wrenching and send us a message later with pictures. All right, let's talk about Car Chains 3D. Our boy Corey Nicholson, love that guy. Car Chains 3D should be your first choice for custom 3D printed parts for your project car. Corey can take your idea to reality. Maybe you're looking for that special car guy gift they can't get anywhere else. Well, Corey can produce a one off keychain for that special person's special car, plus a ton of other stuff like the dash. Well, you guys are going to see it in a second. Find more at carchains3d.com or on social by searching Car Chains 3D, one word, on Facebook and Instagram. Now, of course, car chains can also, so you see the picture there of this would be like a keychain of your actual car, which is really cool. And then he can also make that into a hat, which is really cool as well. So, kind of one off specialty gifts, things like that. But also cup holders, which this is Eric's cup holder or shifter mounted cup holders right here for the Drag and Drive Mustang. And then I love this dash. So
Yeah.
this is for a Fairmont named Bacon Strip, and you can see, he prints the dash in the middle with the like Holly Dash or Tinker Dash or whatever, Fuel Tech, however you're getting your engine, what do you call that?
Management system.
Management. Yeah. He can put it into the dash of your choice. And he just posted before this. I didn't even have time to put it in the pictures here for the slides, but he is back printing S197 dashes with the 12.3 Holly in it. So pretty awesome stuff, man. If you guys want to look at some really, really neat things, have an idea of your own to send to him, get with Corey. It's badass stuff for sure. And I mean, who doesn't like a Fairmont wagon?
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. I want to give a big shout out to Bob Brim. Sadly, he passed away this week. It's always sad when you see people from the community pass away. He's a longtime Drag and Drive fan and photographer. A lot of the early photos that we used for Drag Drive Repeat early on 2022, 2023 came from Bob. Bob has a huge collection on his Facebook page. Lots of stuff like what really I found him because somebody had said, "Hey, I was looking for a picture of Steve Eden and Pete Holm," and somebody was like, "Hey, you need to see if Bob has one." Well, sure enough, he did. Of course, he's one of like four photos of Steve and Pete that had ever been taken, I think, at a Drag and Drive, and I used that. Well, that created kind of a friendship between me and Bob. I mean, obviously, anytime I had a picture I was looking for or something special, I'd always go to him, always message him, all that kind of stuff. I never got to meet him in person, but man, talk about a dude that had some reach in the community. It's sad to see this, and man, listen, I say this all the time. That's why it's so good to document stuff. That's why it's so good to take pictures and videos and all that, because Bob's memory will live on in all of those pictures of all that stuff that he took. So if you haven't done it yet, go over to Bob's page. Find a picture of I mean, he's probably got a picture of you in there somewhere. I think he posted up like from 2014 Drag Week. There's like a thousand pictures in the album. So it's pretty amazing. I'm really sad to hear that Bob passed. Big part of the community early on for sure. And in these last few years, he has been, I mean, just all over the place. It's always awesome to see all the photos that he puts out. So, anyways, prayers and hugs to the family and his close friends and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, no doubt.
Uh, Blaine Stark, buddy. I messaged him yesterday. I was like, "Hey, man, I see you're racing El Toro. Are you racing El Toro in Rowdy Radial?" And he said yes.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Bring it
Um,
on.
I'm excited about this because this is badass. That car went 480s, like 487, 488. Is that right? At Six Summer,
I think so.
I think somewhere in there. And at that point, he was certified to go. He was certified to go 850. So he was like on a run, and then would like stab the brakes after the 8th mile to keep it slower than 850 in the quarter mile. So it's pretty fun to watch him do that. So we'll see if he has to do that again this time. If he's kind of in that 480s run, the question I have for you, do you think that is a top 3 in Rowdy this year?
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
gonna be tough.
Man, I can't wait to see some of the hitters that show up for Rowdy Radial at Sick Week. I said Sick Summer, at Sick Week.
Yeah. I don't know. If he's limited, I think that's gonna be the struggle to try to, not go all out to keep up with the rest of those guys.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man. I can't wait. 9 days. 9 days till we
And
find out.
and speaking of our next topic,
Oh, lead us into it, sir.
yeah, Rich Guido here still says still packing at Blasco's.
Oh,
Um, he posted this picture here that he's ready to make the trip, and we were talking about this. Like, is he is he pranking us? Is this just is he telling us that he's taking a Camaro? Is he trying to throw us off? What's going on here?
yeah, I tell you what, Rich, let us know what's going on here in the comments there, and we'll show it up here on the screen. Man, if Matt's still packing, this could be interesting because that means he's not going to have a ton of testing time. But if it's a 4-day trip for them down there,
Yeah, I mean,
man,
we
and they
got
could
9 days.
and they could leave tomorrow, yeah, they'd still give him plenty of time. Plenty of time. I'm
Yeah,
sure he only needs a day or two of testing on the car. It's ran before, so I mean, he's made passes in it before, so
yeah,
that's one of
yeah.
those
His
things.
his post here said starting the first leg of the journey to Sick Week 2025.
Yeah, man.
And this could be him just driving over there to help Blasco pack. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, look at all that snow on the ground. What better car to take than a rear-wheel drive Camaro? Those Canadians, man, I tell you, they're pretty wild.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
and then this right here, this made me want to remind everybody to just double check your transmission cross members. Just double check, look them over because that thing takes a beating when you're beating on your car like David Williams does. This cross member was in his Suburban, 40,000 miles he's driven this thing, and you can see it torn there on the edge of Mike Finnegan's table. So that they fixed it. Obviously, they've repaired it. It's all good now. But he just wanted everybody, hey, take a look, make sure everything is still good to go on that deal. So this truck makes 800 horsepower, 3/4 ton Suburban. It's been from literally Key West to Prudhoe Bay, I think, Alaska, almost there, maybe within 100 miles there, something like that, on one trip. Oh man. So Rich Guido said that was my first ride. Second one should be leaving today. Wow. Let's go. Man, that's exciting.
oh
That
yeah,
is exciting. Why don't you tell us about this next setup here? Because this is a good one.
yeah. Stefan Gustafson had made a post that said, "Let's go. Time to depart for the USA. First testing at Sick the Mag, then Bradenton Motorsports Park, Sick Week, and with the goal of getting top 3 overall with the brand new car." Like,
Yeah.
talk about coming out swinging. Like,
Dude,
top 3 overall.
well, that's how he's finished every year. So he's not he won 2022 overall,
Mhm.
and then he's been top 3 23 and 24. And this car is faster and lighter and makes more power and all that stuff. So
But but doesn't have the street miles on that the other one did. So
no, I don't know if they'll have any street miles on it, he said.
yeah. And then he also commented on the post saying that he'll be testing at Bradenton Monday to Wednesday. So you can believe that you, Mike, are going to be over
Yeah.
there talking to him on Wednesday.
Yeah, so I get to town on Tuesday. I don't know if it'll be afternoon or evening, but yeah, I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna go get my eyeballs all over that car in my grubby, sweaty hands. So I'm excited. I'm ready to see that thing and see what it can do, man. golly, I can't wait. It's gonna be badass.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some wild cars there. I'm excited for you.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Can I leave now? If
Yeah.
I left now, I could just I could get in a couple extra days of sun.
Yeah, that this dang old day job I got over here makes it tough to go to all these events, and
Oh
it's a struggle. Like seeing the cars that are going to be at Sick Week is really hard. So hopefully you'll send me lots of photos and videos during the week
oh
so
yeah,
that I can feel like I'm there. And obviously the live stream will be going on too as well.
yeah. Um, Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be sending you a ton of stuff because there's going to be some stuff that I'll need you to edit, obviously. But my plan is to just, like we do every year, put out tons and tons and tons of content.
Yep. The more you can take and the less you have to worry about posting, and I can take care of that. It just means you can get more content.
Yep. Yep. All right, sir. Lead us into the gentleman's agreement, please.
Yeah, let's talk about this gentleman's agreement. We talk about it all the time, but if you guys are enjoying this Saturday morning live stream here talking about drag and drive racing, hit that like button, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching, however you make sure that you get notified every time we go live. This is our own little gentleman's agreement. No contracts, no strings, just you showing us some love and us promising to keep delivering the content that you came here for. So my new tagline here is let's keep the vibe alive, like and subscribe, and let's get back to the show.
That's exactly right. Well, again, guys, want to say thank you so much for being our race car friends. It's awesome to see everybody in here. Hit the share button. We're going in the last half of the show here. We can't do this without you. Please use hashtag race car friends whenever you're needing to show us some stuff, or tag us in the comments. That's how a lot of times we get these stories we talk about in here as we see them pop up on our feeds. And then thank you so much to our sponsors. It's awesome to see this list continue to grow and see these folks that came on, like Sweet Patina. That was our first sponsor ever. Blake and the team down there came on board, and we love you guys. So DDR10 for a discount on sweetpatina.com. The best hand cleaning wipes that are out there. TKO hand cleaning wipes. Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, J Wire Solutions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Power Tube TV, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Appreciate all of you guys a whole bunch for doing what you do for us. And then Molly Motorsports here. Do you want to read that one or you want me to?
I can do this one.
All right.
Attention high performance enthusiasts and racers, meet the Mali Motorsports Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for power packed performance. The Power Pack pistons are either made from 4032 aluminum alloy to allow for tighter cylinder to wall clearances and improved temperature stability, or the 2618 alloy to allow for increased detonation resistance. What sets Mali apart? It's their forged pistons, graphol coating, and phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride today with Mali Motorsports, where performance meets precision. Go ahead and visit mollymotorsports.com for more details. And for all our podcast listeners, Molly is spelled Mahle.
I know that's right, and I can't wait to see Eric Grillo at Mega Week. It's gonna be awesome. Love that dude. And then Alec is gonna be Adam. Sorry, Adam and Alec, man, Molly and Summit. Adam's going to be at the circuit, from what I hear. So another exciting one there. Well, PowerTube TV, rev up your engines with PowerTube TV, the ultimate destination for automotive entertainment. Stream for free on the web, Roku, mobile apps, and more. Plus, they've got a ton of stuff. I was talking to Brian Bassone yesterday or day before about some stuff they got doing international and some more things. They're completely revamping the app and the way you'll watch it on TV. So it's going to be a lot better. Some video demand stuff, all that. Catch replays of our show and exclusive content from top creators. Also, they feature classics like Pinks and Pastime, which are both coming back. Plus, new original shows. PowerTube TV isn't just a platform, it's a community. That's right. So, if you want to be a content creator within that community, reach out to Ray and the team over there, or get with us and we'll get you with Ray. And then you can find out more at watchpttv.com.
That's right.
Yeah, PowerTube's rocking, man. They have got a ton of stuff that is coming. Well, let's talk about the first, or I guess the return of Howard's Cams community segment. Back to the news, sir.
Yep.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Harris from the Monoxide Podcast. Real quick, Howard's Cams was founded as a racing cam manufacturer almost 80 years ago when Howard Johansson created Howard's Power and Racing Equipment in 1945. Howard's Cams has always used on-track experience to design the most powerful designs, and today they have an even greater group of experienced racers in circle track, drag racing, road race, mud bog, and marine. They use all this input plus the most advanced computer software to design the most competitive race-winning products. From pioneers in drag racing and oval track to cutting-edge marine development, Howard's Cams is at the forefront of the industry. So make sure to reach out to our friend, Luke B, for your next valve train upgrade.
Love you, Luke B. My boy.
You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. Well, let's talk about the Deal Brothers. This is super cool. They've been thrashing on the car. Like I think this photo was posted, what's today, the 18th? It was posted on the 16th. So there's no glass in this car, very little wiring, and there's no front sheet metal on this thing. But what they're doing a t-shirt giveaway. So if you are not following Deal Brothers Racing, DIEHL, Deal Brothers Racing, you need to go do that right now. So want to win a custom Sick Week 2025 t-shirt? Here's your chance. We're kicking things off at South Georgia Motorsports Park, and the closest guess to our ET and mile an hour on the first time slip, here's the key, that they turn in on day one will win it. Will win this custom shirt, right? So this is going to be the closest ET and mile an hour that they turn in. Okay. So day one, the time slip they turn in. Now here's the deal. You guys know this. They've been looking for sixes. They've ran a mile an hour that's capable of going sixes. Can they do it? That's the question. So of course, I had to put my guess in, and of course it started with the six. So jump up to Deal Brothers Racing. I'm going to drop that name in the comments right now so you can just copy and paste it over there. They've got a few different posts, so make sure you're putting it in one of these over there. And of course, they got the rules, how it goes. Closest ET and mile an hour combo, one guest per person, entries close. Entries close as soon as we turn in our first time slip. So here's where that could get, maybe I shouldn't have put in my time. So, technically you could watch the live stream and maybe do that. Maybe they close that before day one starts. Maybe that needs to be the way it's worded there. But yeah, the winner's going to get a signed or unsigned shirt, your choice, a t-shirt shipped straight to you. So I'm excited about this. This could be the first 6-second super street car that we've seen. And, like David told us a couple weeks ago, this would be a big deal being small block, small tire, single turbo to go that fast.
Oh, yeah. Personally, I think that they're going to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if it's a 6998.
Right.
And the new color is just badass. Chris Mary, made a post the other day. It's where we grabbed some pictures for episode 95 was, the new color on this car. So, at first the deals weren't going to come to Sick Week. They were going to focus on this car and get it ready by summer. And then they're like, never mind. We like to not sleep and thrash before we get to an event. So yeah, completely. Let's do that. Let's tear the car all apart, cut the roof off and repaint it. Nothing like being 9 days out. Yeah. And those guys live in Michigan. So they probably need to leave in like 5 days.
Yeah. That burnt orange color though is a color I've always loved.
Oh, it's perfection for sure. Another car that's being built, Mr. Cal Hayward here. We know his car was Pinky. Drag Week was the phrase or the name for it on Facebook. Now it is Hayward Racing. So if you're looking for this 3,500 horsepower big block Ford, this is another 6-second car that's coming for Cal. Be coming back to Drag Week in this car. So this is just badass, man. I can't wait. But he sent a video yesterday, so if you'll play that video, it's the first startup of the car, and it's going to the hub dyno today.
Ooh, yeah, let's play that.
Yeah. Please, come on.
If that doesn't make you want to go out and work on your own car, I don't know what does.
Man, that is tough, dude. I can't wait. Well, tell us about this last one here, man, because this is an exciting one as well.
Yep. So Scott Mueller has finished up the 750 cage in his car. And this is a big deal because Scott has been limited to 850s for years in Drag and Drive. And now he gets a chance to let that big old Whipple loose out on the track. So this is exciting.
Yeah, this car's going to be badass. So you've seen, I mean, he would have really been pretty good in the 850 class stuff because he's been right on the money a couple times, low 850s. And now he's going to be able to let it eat. This is exciting.
Yeah, I wonder what it'll run when he can run it all out now.
Man, I don't know. I should have asked him, but I didn't. Why would I have done that?
And it's such a cool car too. Like,
Yeah.
to be able to see that cruising down the interstate or the highway right next to you, it's a cool car.
Yeah.
It's got
And
that old retro paint scheme on it, and
oh yeah, has all the right sounds with the Whipple on it and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Love it.
big deal stuff there. I'm excited for Scott for sure. All right, dude. Did I talk too fast today, or is this perfect?
No, I think this is perfect because I put 2 in here today just in case.
Ah, awesome.
So
Awesome.
if you are looking to buy or sell your dream car or parts, Racing Junk Classified has got you covered. As the official buy-sell partner of Drag Drive Repeat, Racing Junk is your go-to destination for everything from race cars to trailers, engines, and more. With thousands of listings updated daily, you're sure to find exactly what you need to fuel your passion. You got something to sell, you can reach the right audience fast and hassle free. So join the Racing Junk community today and experience the ultimate marketplace for gearheads just like you. Visit racingjunk.com today.
Oh yeah.
So let's check out what I found this week. I got a couple of cool cars here, so I think you're really going to like these. All right. First one here.
Ooh.
Look at this. 1963 Nova Pro Street Drag and Drive 32,000. Beautiful yellow. We love our Novas. This one was just posted January 17th, so 1 week ago today.
Nice.
So only 3 pictures here. We'll scroll through these.
Oh,
definitely
nice.
got that old school Pro Street look to it.
Yeah.
This one is Eatonton, Georgia. It's a 63 Nova 2 Pro Street with a title. Actually looking to trade for a 63 to 67 Corvette Coupe street or strip car. A little bit about this car, though. The Nova is completely street legal. Over 15K recently put in the car. It's been driven less than 10 miles since the upgrades. A new motor, 383 plus 40 thou board over, aluminum heads, eagle bottom end, 4-bolt main, 10 thou over block, 9-to-1 compression, can run on pump gas. It's also low compression for a blower or turbo. And look at all these new parts. New B&M 700 R4 transmission, new B&M 3200 stall, new Mickey Thompson Street ET tires, new front tires, new headers and complete exhaust, new 4-core aluminum radiator, all new autometer gauges, new fuse box, new safety harness. Man, tons and tons of stuff. Nova has had the bump steer corrected, nice shiny paint. It's not a pedestal queen show car, but it shows nice.
That's crazy. How many miles? Say 10 miles?
10 miles on this new motor or this new upgrade.
That's sad. What the heck, man? So here's my question for you. Does that dude enjoy the build part of the process and just once he drives them, he's like, yeah, okay.
Well,
Be
I don't
like,
know, because when you look down here, additional seller notes, it says he's willing to trade for that 63 to 67 Corvette Coupe, drag, or drag and drive car. So to me, it sounds like he's this maybe isn't the drag and drive car that he wants, and he's looking to build something else, or I don't know.
or he's just tired of messing with it. A lot of times, you see the It needs to drive better. Okay, put overdrive trans in it. Okay, well, it drives better now, but now the bump steer's weird. Oh God, now so you just keep chasing that one thing and you get tired. But that's a beautiful car, and for 32, I feel like that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, good find.
But this next one, I like this Nova, but this next one I like a lot. All right.
Oh man, here we go.
1964 Galaxy, no prep, street race. Now this one's just a roller, but tell me that isn't perfect the way it is.
Oh, that's perfect. That's my jam right there.
Yeah. Yeah. 10 photos here. It's got just the right amount of, I mean, I don't know. It's not even really patina on this one, but it's just I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but it's just the right amount.
Survivor paint there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all that dust in the background.
Hey, that's barn find dust, man. That's worth its weight in gold right there.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
Yep, this
two
one.
front suspension. Yeah.
Yep, it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's where the car started its life.
Wow.
Like how wild. So this person has owned this car for 34 years.
Jeez.
It's a very solid, rust-free two-door sedan. Frame rails cut forward of the firewall to accommodate the Mustang 2 suspension. All new Speedway Mustang 2 components, tubular, A-arms, single adjustable coilovers, manual rack, disc brakes, firewall completely cut out to accommodate the motor sitting back 8 to 10 inches, Motion Racework steering column, which is not yet mounted, a Kirky racing seat, not yet mounted, Hurst quarter stick, not mounted, a variety of autometer gauges, full custom interior for it. I don't know if you saw those pictures, but the interior had been redone.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah, said it was redone back in the 90s, which I mean is perfect for this body style car. It looks good and is in pretty good shape. No carpet. It's got the Rhodes Race Car 10-point cage that needs to be installed. The Rhodes Race Car Fab 9-inch with ends not installed. So I mean, you can just look through here. There's a ton of stuff on here. It definitely seems to be a project. It seems like there's a lot of parts that have not yet been installed. But really, this is awesome. What did I see?
See, it was built to be a 600 crank horsepower street motor.
Yeah. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is not a roller for this price because it says here new. No, there's no way it can be that. New, never run, big block Ford 460 stock crank, Eagle I beam rods, Racetech forged pistons. Man,
Yeah,
for 10 grand, if you can get all that.
Yeah, right. They just put it together. Somebody go find out. Where's that car at?
This one was in Nebraska, Malcolm, Nebraska.
Yeah, some Rocky Mountain Race Weekers should be up close to that thing.
Yeah.
So grab that and throw that together for the for Mega Week.
Yeah. The cage needs to be completed before the motor was mounted. Man, I really like this one. For some reason, I thought it was a roller, but reading through here, maybe not.
Yeah, I dig it, man. Great finds, and again, that's on Racing Junk Classifieds and in the Drag and Drive segment. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to see this on an event.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Unless somebody wants to loan me some money, I'll go pick it up and stick it in my garage with all the cars that I don't have time to finish as it is.
Yeah, I don't know how far Malcolm, Nebraska is from you, but that's probably close enough for a free one.
Hey, listen, I got a trailer and a truck, so it doesn't matter how far it is, as long as I can get there and back.
That's right. Well, as we wind down the show, Derek Putnam of Sick the Magazine just sent me a message, said Sick at the Rock, Rockingham Dragway, April 10th and 12th, 10th through 12th. Racer entries are on sale now. So keep that in mind if you guys are wanting to race out there. Rockingham Dragway is a great track, and it's kind of there when NMCA went away, Sick stepped in and is saving a few of those races for them. So good on them. We appreciate their commitment to the community for sure. And then Drag Drive Repeat episode 96, which you guys have will see on Monday night. That's right, Monday night 120, because I'm going to be traveling on Wednesday, so I don't want to try and schedule all that at the same time. So Monday night, Cooper Bogetti, Bogetti Studios, and 7-second 2JZ powered street Camaro. Now that was just his race car is now going to be a Drag and Drive car.
Yep.
We're gonna ask him about that. We're gonna see, why, the first thing, why, and then what he has done to that car to change it over from a race car to a street car to survive this. Because I think that's going to be the conversation for a lot of folks that are on the verge of starting this drag and drive, is like how you do that. Like, do you just buy a bigger radiator? Well, no, you got to do other stuff too. You got to buy a different fuel pump. You got to look at all that stuff. So I think it's going to be great to have him walk us through all of that. So it's going to be kind of fun. And again, that's going to be on Monday night, 120 live right here, wherever you're watching this, or if you're watching this later, we'll be live on Facebook, YouTube, all the other places that are out there. So lead us out, man.
Yep. By the way, I just checked Malcolm, Nebraska. It is only a 7-hour drive, so totally doable.
Yeah, totally doable.
All right. Once again, guys, thank you, our race car friends, for joining us on this Saturday morning episode of the Drag Drive Repeat News. I love doing the news show. This is a great way to kick off your Saturday morning, and especially you guys that are getting ready for Sick Week. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in. And of course, we cannot do this without all this list of wonderful sponsors we got here. Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, Performabuilt Transmissions, J-Wire Solutions, Howard's Cam, Sweet Patina, PowerTube TV, and Racing Junk. And we will see all you guys on Monday for the Drag Drive Repeat show with Cooper Bogetti.
Yep. See you guys.